everywhere.
Life is far from back to normal, and it won't be for a while for residents of this Barrie neighborhood. Now, we are starting to see some signs of recovery after a tornado struck on Thursday afternoon. If we just take a look over here, you are still seeing lots of debris laying about. There used to be fences here. We don't see any anymore. But if we look up at the rooftops, we're seeing that work is now getting underway at making some of those early repairs. Neighbors also helping themselves a lot, along with local officials, contractors, and Melissa Streamus is one of those folks that she lives out here in the neighborhood, and she happened to be home when that tornado hit.
Me and the 3 kids were home. My husband was at work, and it was just a matter of screaming at them, get their butts in the basement, and just holding. I mean, it was like 10 minutes, but the whole house was shaking. We could just hear things hitting the house and rattling around, and they were good though. I mean, as long as they saw me smiling, it helped them get through it.
Melissa also hosting a guest Friday afternoon she certainly wouldn't have expected earlier this week. Ontario Premier Doug Ford, who arrived while surveying damage in the neighborhood, for describing the scene as devastating.
We're going to be here supporting them. If the insurance doesn't cover, then we're going to step up and help them out. We're just going to be in communications with the mayor and for their request. But anything the city needs, we're going to be there for them. Anything the homeowners that the insurance doesn't cover, we're going to be here for them.
Meanwhile, the city's fire chief saying they've increased their assessment of the damage, now believing between 100 and 150 homes were damaged, with roughly 60 being uninhabitable.
People who need to return to their home for medications, personal effects, and so forth, escorting them in, assisting them to get what they need for the next 48 to 72 hours, and then escorting them off the premise.
Do you want tarps or?
And now, countless volunteers like Spencer can now be seen in the area, helping simply to clean up, even distributing food, water, and ice cream before a rebuilding effort can get underway.
I grew up in Barrie, and I've been a member of the community all my life, and it's just, heart-wrenching to see something like this happen in your own, backyard. So whatever I can do to help, really.
Now, fortunately, nobody was killed when the tornado did touch down. We are hearing that those who were injured are believed to be recovering. As for the residents who live here and aren't able to return to their homes, they are receiving emergency assistance at the Catholic school just down the street. In Barrie, David Zura, City News.